It's the thing that's going to separate you. It's the thing that's going to make you different. It's the thing that's going to make people loyal because people align their values to companies that they believe in. It's about to get wild. Welcome to Wild Wednesday, your 3-minute-ish boost for leadership, culture, sales and marketing, and business breakthroughs to help you win the day. Let's pump the hump. Pump the hump! Now, John Maxwell says this. He says, core values are the deeply held beliefs that describe your company's soul. Now listen, core values, I'm hardcore about it, but I'm hardcore because it matters. It's the thing that's gonna separate you. It's the thing that's gonna make you different. It's the thing that's gonna make people loyal because people align their values to companies that they believe in. Last week I gave you a challenge. This week, I'm gonna give you a little inspiration. So here's a handful of companies that I think have rad, on brand, on point core values. Airbnb, be a host. Tell me that's not on brand. They didn't pull that out of air. See what I did there? And be a serial entrepreneur. And that's exactly who they serve. What about Starbucks? Listen to these 3 words. Craft, joy, belong. If you've seen their new campaign, they're bringing back writing names on the cups. Come on, does that sound like who they are? Yes. Patagonia, listen to this. Be just, protect the planet. And if you've ever seen anybody wearing Patagonia, they don't mess around. They are aligned, they believe their values are the same. What about Apple? How about this? Accessibility for all. And what are they known for? They think different. They try to have user interfaces that are easy to use for everybody. Somewhere there's somebody with an Android that is like, liar! What about Netflix? People over process. See, they hire great people, they trust them, and they don't micromanage them. That's a good one. What about the Savannah Bananas? They're all about fan first. Listen to these core values. Hungry, fun, different, enthusiastic. And if you've ever seen them, they're on a mission to make baseball not boring. And they're crushing it. Their core values align with their brand. And one of the biggest brands in the world, Disney. Listen to this core value. Inspire optimism. Think of a company that you're loyal to, that you love. What is a core value that you share? Drop it in the comment section below. And listen, don't be freaked out. I know so many of you don't have those core values for your company. And we're gonna talk about the importance over the next few weeks. Because as my buddy Joe Coleman says, listen, if you don't know who you are, they won't know who you are. I'll see you next week. Let's grow.
Ooh, yeah! Kool-Aid! Flavor of the week.
Are you one of the 80% that stopped doing your New Year's resolutions by now? I hope not. I gave you a pretty good plan to stop that from happening. One of the things that I forgot to mention in those long videos, sorry for how long those were, they're supposed to be short. Anyway, I forgot to mention that you need to write these down, right? We talked about writing down our visions, okay, writing down our goals, but that last bit, I talked about habits. I encourage you to have a system for tracking your habits. Habits are tricky. You got to do them over and over and over again to get them to establish. Sometimes that takes 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. A lot of people say that you can establish a habit in 21 days. Wad that up and throw it away. Each habit, depending upon what it is and how it ties into your life, is going to take a different length of time. So I encourage you with this. Write down those habits. Write them down, come up with a way of checking the box to make sure that you're doing them. Keep it in front of you, and I promise you, if you'll do that, you'll hit them. You'll head right in the direction you want to go. I'm going to leave you with this quote. I'm going to wrap up this little mini series, if we call it that. First, you make your habits. Then your habits make you. See ya.
Your brand is more than a logo. It's the story people remember. To create a great brand, you have to define your mission and values. Clearly articulate what your brand stands for and why it matters. Maintain consistency. Use the same tone, style, and visuals throughout all of your platforms. Engage your audience. Encourage user-generated content and showcase testimonials to build trust. And be authentic. Show the human side of your business so people can see who you really are. And they can get behind that. I'm out.
Hey, we'll see you next week. Stay wild. Welcome to Wild Wednesday, your Creed edition.
That keeps leaving my head right now.
All the background music is just, can you take me high?
Stop there for a second.
All I can hear is Scott stabbing my ear. With arms wide open.